The following is a presentation of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner. Your Lady Flames play here.
Free throws are good. Flames try to break through the pressure to get a shot at the buzzer. They go inside to Smuda. Smuda turns and scores as the horn sounds. Bella Smuda corner to Hess. Hess for three. Boom! Emma Hess, her third three-pointer of this first quarter.
The Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Hodges fakes the shot, gets everybody to bite, takes it into the paint, floats it home. Beautiful move. Jordan Hodges. Back to Bailey. Bailey for three. Got it. Jordan Bailey.
With Liberty and Conference USA, it's time for the Flames to rise again. Rise with us. Welcome to live pregame radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is brought to you in part by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Carter Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by The Oasis, offering resort-style student living and the official apartment sponsor of the Liberty Flames. Welcome to the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show, powered by Segra. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Kerry Green. Plus, pregame analysis, starting lineups, and much more are on the way. Now, let's go live courtside with the voice of Liberty Lady Flames basketball, Jamie Hall.
Welcome into Liberty Arena for the first game after Christmas. The Lady Flames are going to be taking off crosstown. Well, I wouldn't say rivals. You got to play more recently than the 70s and 80s, early 80s to be considered rivals, but crosstown foes. In Randolph, the Wildcats come into this game at 7-3 on the season. The Lady Flames are 4-9, but Liberty's coming off one of their best games of the year. They beat Grand Canyon 65-52 on the 20th. Got that 8 days off for Christmas. Most of that was at home, opening presents, drinking the eggnog, eating the turkey, but they did come back on the 26th, and they've had a couple of days of practice since then. So the Lady Flames should be up to speed, but it's always a question of how teams are going to look coming out of that first game after the break. This is the 10th meeting between these two teams. Liberty leads 7-2 over the years. They've got a 5-game winning streak, but again, this goes back to the 70s and early 80s. The last time these two teams played was February 18 of 1982, a 72-45 Liberty win. That's your Aqua Pros Series recap. We'll talk to Coach Green about the Alcova Mortgage keys to the game, because sometimes it's hard to get a really good idea of how good an opponent is when you're playing down divisions. But a 7-3 record, some solid wins. Even the losses have been close losses this year for Randolph, and they will certainly be motivated to play well in this basketball game. Our Foster Fuels Who's Hot for the Lady Flames. How about Asia Boone? 4 times in a row she has been the Freshman of the Week in Conference USA, going back to December 4th and most recently on December 26th. And she also had a career-high 18 points in the game against Grand Canyon. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll get the thoughts of Coach Kerry Green here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
If you're purchasing or refinancing a home, you need a neighbor you can count on. Choose Joe Yock at Alcova Mortgage. You'll get a dedicated home loan expert to help you understand the options and access to online tools that make it easy. Call 434-258-3549 or visit alcova.com/JoeJ. That's Joe Yock, NMLS ID 315849, Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender. Come see a doubleheader of Flames basketball at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg. Wednesday, December 13th, your Liberty Lady Flames take on old in-state rival Radford at 6 o'clock. Then the Liberty men battle Tennessee State at 8 o'clock. Get a ticket to both games for just $15. That's one ticket to each game, just $15. That's a deal that'll have you seeing double. That's Wednesday, December 13th at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg. Get your tickets at libertyflames.com/tickets.
At Carter Bank, we believe in a life lived full of plans, promise, and continuous growth. It's why our checking and savings accounts make it easy for you to earn high interest on your balances, so your money grows faster. All backed with the digital banking tools you need, so there's nothing holding you back from living life to its fullest. Open your new Carter Bank checking or savings account online in minutes at cbtcares.org or visit your local branch. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Athletics. Member FDIC.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carilion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic? 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
You're listening to Liberty Basketball and the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Our pregame coverage continues with the thoughts of head coach Kerry Green, presented by Earthright Mid-Atlantic. Once again, here's Jamie Hall.
Well, first things, Coach, I got to ask, how was Christmas? How was the celebration? Did you get all the presents you were hoping for?
Yeah, hoping for, wishing, and just having time with family is worth more than any of those things, So really enjoyed this time with family.
The team got a little bit of a break. What was it, about 5 days off, 6 days off, something like that, and then some practices since you've been back?
Yeah, they came back refreshed, and, of course, it takes a little time to get game ready, so hopefully we'll be ready today. And as we go into really a big game Sunday, but I can't overlook Randolph. They've, they're a local school, and this is their Super Bowl or their Fiesta Bowl, so to speak. And we didn't come focused against the Radford team and shot the ball poorly. And coming back from the Christmas break, I always have that concern: are we going to shoot the ball very well? So we're going to find out.
Randolph 6-3 on the season, so they've had a pretty good start. They've got a lot of confidence, and like you said, they're gonna play up for this game because it's the crosstown Division I school that they're playing.
Yep.
You look at their roster; they got 20 names on the roster. Where do you start?
Well, who is the leading scorer, leading rebounder, and look for maybe what you would call a three-headed monster. Who are the three primary players, because he uses a lot on his bench too, so it's just too much to really dial in to because of so many players that get to play.
Is this one of those games, though, that it's more about what your team does than the opposition?
I would say that this is something we want to be focused, because there've been games that we just didn't execute what we needed to execute, and that comes down to us, not necessarily our opponent, but it is a combination of both. And we want to finish the year on a a good note, and this is the first game after Christmas, so hopefully we can get all the candy canes and sugar plums out of our head.
Is it important to be able to get the bench in as much as possible with the short turnaround for Tennessee?
Yeah, not necessarily for Tennessee. Are we ready? Can we go? And I pushed Jordan Hodges for 40 minutes the other game, and she really responded really well. She had good practices last 2 days, and we need to do what we need to do, and that's get up and down the floor, all of us, and if we can, get other people involved, because we've got some talent on the bench who just haven't been consistent with their skill sets, either offensive or defense, and we're still a developing team right now.
Anything other than knocking off the cobwebs as far as the Ortho Virginia injury report?
No, I think everyone is rocking and rolling, ready to go, and we're excited to get back out here and crank it back up in front of Flames Nation here.
Sounds good, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
As head coach Kerry Green, we'll be back with the relevant law tip right after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPros 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank and Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank and Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank and Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty Lady Flames basketball is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. It's game time. Live radio play-by-play coverage of Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network is brought to you by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Carter Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by The Oasis, offering resort-style student living, and the official apartment sponsor of the Liberty Flames. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game. Here's Jamie Hall.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. The Lady Flames are getting set to take off. Well, they've been off. They're back. They're going to take on Randolph. A little tongue-tied. To be expected. I think everybody is going to take at least a quarter to get back into the rhythm of things after Christmas break. Our heads are still in our stockings and thinking about our presents and our whatever your favorite dessert is. We had a nice red velvet cake and a cherry cheesecake for Christmas dinner at my mom's house. And so, yeah, my head's in the leftovers. We'll have to get back into basketball mode here pretty quickly because we're just about ready to get this game going. The Lady Flames and the Wildcats. Wildcats come in at 7-3 on the year. And their starting lineup looks like this. Abby Baker wears number 5. She is a 6-foot-tall sophomore from Salem, Virginia, Patrick Henry High School. As a matter of fact, 16 of the 20 on this Randolph College roster are from Virginia. Jessica Jennings wears number 10. Jennings is a 5'7" senior from Chesapeake, Virginia. Jennings averaging 14 points a game, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Kylie Stark wears number 12. She's a 5'8" senior from right here in Lynchburg. Played at Brookville High School. Stark's averaging 12 points a game, 5 boards and 3.5 assists. Cameron O'Neal, number 14, 5'8" graduate student from Gloucester, Virginia. O'Neal, 6 points, 4 rebounds a contest. And then finally, Kaya Smith. Smith, first-year starter and a first-year player, 5'10", from Manassas, Virginia. She wears number 4. Smith is averaging 4 points a game. For the Lady Flames, same lineup we've seen pretty much throughout the entire season, except for a couple of games. Jordan Hodges will run the point. She's a 5'6" junior, wears 0. She's from Richmond, Virginia. Played all 40 minutes against Grand Canyon in Liberty's last outing before Christmas. Asia Boone, another backcourt member of the Flames starting lineup. She wears number 12, 5'8" freshman, and the 4-time freshman of the week in Conference USA. Had a career-high 18 against Grand Canyon. Jordan Bailey wears number 22, 6'1" redshirt senior from Colbert, Georgia, averaging 5 points, 3 rebounds a game. Emma Hess, number 23, 5'11" junior from Beaver Creek, Ohio, averaging just under 12 points a game and shooting 38% from 3. Finally, Bella Smuda down low. Smuda wears 31, a 6'6" redshirt junior from Exton, Pennsylvania. Had a career-high 24 points, added 12 rebounds in the game against the Lopes just before the Christmas break. Flames in the white uniforms, Randolph's in the black. The opening tip is in the air, and it is won by Bella Smuda. Liberty will have the first possession of the game. Going from left to right. Flames white uniforms have red numbers and baby blue trim. Goes in the far side corner to Hodges. Now she'll bounce it to Bailey. Bailey to Hess. Hess for 3, short. And the rebound secured by the Wildcats. They get it across half court rather quickly. Stark will hand off to Jennings. Jennings, with 20 on the shot clock, retreats back towards midcourt. The Wildcats' black uniforms have yellow numbers and white trim. Jennings will drive towards the basket, then dish it back outside to O'Neal. O'Neal has to hand to Smith. Smith back to Jennings, and Jennings gets the shot off just before the horn sounds, but it comes up short, and the Flames get the rebound. Liberty on the attack. To Hodges on the near wing. No score in the early going. She'll kick it across to Hess, but took an extra step in the process. And the Flames with the first turnover of the game. 1:03 in. Liberty showing some three-quarter court, more token pressure. As Randolph will get it into the offense. Jessica Jennings to Smith. Smith drives and bounces it off on the near side corner to O'Neal. She's stumbled up a bit, has to pass to Jennings. Jennings right back to O'Neal. 7 seconds to shoot to Jennings again. Now down to 5. She's standing near midcourt, going to have to hurry to the near side. Drives towards the hoop and then tries to pass it off where it's stolen away by Smuter. The horn sounded, but play continues. Liberty with the basketball. Up court, Hess. Now to Boone. Boone. A pass up high on the near wing to Hodges. Around the dial to Hess on the far side. Now in the middle to Bailey. Bailey, nice dump on the interior to Smuter. Shot falls. Foul called, and Bella Smuter will step to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Nice post-to-post passing by the Lady Flames to get the first basket of the game. Bella's first free throw, first and only free throw, is off the mark. So the lead holds at 2-0. Randolph going to work it quickly up court, and they find Stark. Stark pulls up from 15 and hits. Wildcats showing some up-tempo after the Flames missed free throw. Flames go inside to Bailey. She'll dump it right back to Smuda, and Smuda made the catch but couldn't get the finish, and it goes out of bounds off of a Wildcat. Nice little touch pass, but pass might have been just a shade behind Bella. She was able to make the catch, but couldn't do more than sort of fling it up towards the backboard. The rebound caromed off of a Wildcat, and the Flames have 15 seconds to shoot on the inbound. It comes to Bailey. Bailey's pass is picked off. Stolen away. Smith back the other end. Gives to Stark. Stark to O'Neal, who's wide open for 3, in and out. Rebound Liberty. 2-2. Slow start for both teams in the early going. Both squads are 1 of 3. It goes far side corner to Hess. She's wide open for 3, but put too much on it. Rebound Randolph. Jessica Jennings is running the point. Jennings wearing glasses. You don't see that very often. Not goggles, but actual specs. Not quite the Kurt Rambis plastic-rimmed safety glasses. A little more stylish. Ball's kicked away by Liberty. Randolph will inbound with 6:59 to go in the first quarter. We're all tied at 2. Pass goes to Stark. She's going to try another 3. Too strong. The rebound tipped high in the air and controlled by Jordan Bailey. Flames with it. Hodges to Bailey, and Bailey will lob it in the high post to Smuda. A bounce inside to Bailey, and then she tried to lob it to Smuda, and Smuda wasn't looking, but fortunately for the Flames, it went off of a Wildcat and out of bounds. Wildcats coached by Jeff Lamphere in his 5th season. '16th season overall, 211 wins during that time frame. Flames going to the corner to Hodges. Hodges tries a 3, missed it, but Smuda was able to snatch the rebound and lay it in. Bella Smuda with all 4 Liberty points to start this game. Three-pointer near wing is off the mark. Long rebound to Hess. Hess gets it down to Hodges, and Hodges has a player fly over her head. That was Jennings. Yeah, it was Jennings. Jennings is going to be called for the foul as Hodges had the ball under the basket, slammed on the brakes. Jennings went over her fairly cleanly. There was a little bit of contact, but that almost was a clean play because she just kind of clipped her with their heels a little bit. Everybody's okay, and the Flames will inbound. Liberty up 4-2. On the far side, Jordan Hodges now around on the near side to Hess, to Bailey. She lobs to Smuda, and Smuda's fouled and will go back to the free throw line. 5:59 to go first quarter. Liberty leading 4-2. Bella Smuda with those 4 points to begin the game. Also a couple of rebounds. Bella's first free throw is good since she's now 1 of 2 in the game. For every free throw the Lady Flames make this season, Food Line Feeds will donate 100 meals to local area food banks to help our neighbors in need. Bella makes both this trip. Flames lead is 4. Liberty showing some pressure on the inbounds. Randolph finds Jennings, I should say. Jennings will bring it across half court. Jessica Jennings running the point. Up top to O'Neal, fake the three, now gives it to Stark. Stark, couple of steps, couple of dribbles, and now back to Jennings. Jennings drives, and her shot's in and out. Nice dribble drive by Jessica Jennings. She just couldn't quite get it to finish. The Flames with the board. Now they've got the basketball. Liberty attacking the goal to our right. Hodges takes one bounce. Her pass is deflected out of bounds with 15 seconds to shoot on the near sideline. 5:20 left in the quarter. We'll see the first of Brooklyn Finnerty. Finnerty also from Lynchburg, Virginia, playing for Randolph. She went to Timberlake. Hess at the top of the arc for the Flames. Comes to the near side to Hodges, now to Bailey. Bailey tries the three, it's an air ball. Rebound to Stark, and Stark will bring it up court herself for the Wildcats. Now pulls up from 16, it comes up short on the attempt. Flames can't secure the rebound. Randolph will get another chance here. 20 on the shot clock, 5:04 to go in the first quarter. 6-2 Liberty. Wildcats have missed their last 5 field goals. Inbound to Stark. Stark's jumper is short. The board's pulled in by Asia Boone. Boone on the far side to Hodges. Hodges lobs it up top to Smuda, now to Hess. Hess bounces it in the middle to Bailey. Bailey, a nice feed underneath to Smuda, who scores. Slipped that pass around the defender, caught Smuda in stride. Flames lead 8-2, and it's all Bella Smuda as far as the scoring, but a beautiful assist from Jordan Bailey. Randolph gets it up top to O'Neal, now to Stark. She's going to drive on Bailey, picks up her dribble, skips it across hard to Smith. Smith pulls up from 15 and missed it. Short again. Flames with the rebound. Jordan Hodges at the top of the arc for Liberty. Goes to the far side. Hands off to Hess, and then the heavy collision between Hodges and one of the Wildcats, and Jordan Hodges is going to be called for a foul. That foul will give the ball back over to Randolph, the third turnover of the game for the Lady Flames. Liberty on a 6-0 run. They lead 8-2 with 4:09 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break with the teams and be back right after this. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at GentryLock.com.
Thank you, Freedom Heating and Air, for supporting Liberty Flames Athletics. Freedom Heating and Air offers help for those days with 90-plus degree highs. They offer tailor-made heating and air conditioning services, from maintenance to upgrades to 24/7 emergency response. They serve the greater Central Virginia area and can be reached at 434-331-3690 and at freedomheatingandairva.com. Freedom Heating and Air is a proud underwriting supporter of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. It's Bella Smuda 8, Randolph 2 with 4:09 to go in the first quarter. Bella has scored everything for Liberty. couple of pretty assists by Jordan Bailey in the early going. Smuda also leads the way with 3 rebounds. Flames are shooting 38% from the field. 0 of 4 from 3 though. So if you do a little quick math, that means they're 3 of 4 from inside the arc. Randolph 11% for the game, 1 of 9, and 0 of 3 from 3. Flames with 3 turnovers, Randolph with 1. The overall rebounding is 5-9 Flames. That was certainly one of our Alcoa Mortgage keys to the game. The Flames really needed to dominate the glass and get some second chance opportunities, and so far they've done just that. A couple of offensive boards and a couple of points out of that. Easy to tell you who got the offensive glass and who got the points, because she's the only one that scored. Bella Smuda, who's coming off a career-high 24 against Grand Canyon just before Christmas. Randolph with the basketball. That foul a moment ago against Jordan Hodges was her first. Nobody with more than 1 at this point. Stark up top, going to try a 3-pointer. It's short. Elizabeth Egaistotter, who had just checked into the game for Jordan Bailey, is able to tip the rebound over to Boone. Boone brings it across half court and now lobs it inside to Smuda. Smuda skip past to Hess. Hess to Hodges. Hodges to Boone on the far wing. Asia will dump it on the inside to Egaistotter. Her pass to Smuda was deflected away with 12 seconds to shoot. The last time these two teams played was the early 80s. We'll kind of take a walk down memory lane a little bit here in a moment. Inbound pass to Egaistotter, out to Hess, 8 seconds to shoot. Weigel, who just checked in, over to Hodges for 3, got it. Jordan Hodges from 3rd Street. That 3-pointer brought to you by Haley's Appliance and Outdoor. Liberty with their largest lead of the game so far. They're up 11-2. Randolph with the basketball. O'Neal to Jennings. Jennings off of a screen. Dishes it back to O'Neal. Now to Smith for 3, and she hits. A nice contingent of Randolph fans here at the ball game. And also a large contingent of Wildcats on the bench. I'll explain here in a moment. First, the Flames are going to try another 3-pointer. Hodges in and out, but an offensive rebound from Smuda, and she draws a foul. Bella Smuda will shoot 2. Randolph has 20 listed on their roster, 16 dressed today, but I believe that even those that aren't dressed are all in attendance. At least I see 3 that are injured or out for various reasons, but so they've got a 20-player roster, so they've got kind of a built-in cheering section just because of how big their team is. Bella makes 1, misses a second, and the Flames get the offensive rebound. Egaistotter tips it outside, and Liberty with a chance to reset. They're up 12-5. Hess at the top of the arc, comes near wing to Weigel. She'll try a 3-pointer. It's off the mark, short. Rebound to Randolph. Dribbling up court is Stark. She hands it back to O'Neal. Now over on the far side, a banked 3-pointer is in and out for Natalie Clark. Clark seeing her first action of the game. The Flames get the rebound. They're up by 7. Hess going to try a 3-pointer, and she hits. Emma Hess with a quick release turns into it right in front of the Randolph coaching staff, which were not very pleased with their team's defense on that possession. Flames now lead by 10. Quickly back the other side, Jennings. Lobs up to Stark. Kylie Stark back to O'Neal. She'll try an NBA 3-pointer and nothing but net. After a slow start shooting the ball, period, Randolph's hit a couple of 3-pointers now. They cut the Flames lead to 15-8. Hess on the drive. She'll pull up from 15. Bingo. Emma Hess creating some offense. Flames lead 17-8. 1:12 to go first quarter. Stark with the ball for the Wildcats. Goes far side to Clark. Clark to Jennings. Jennings drives, goes into two players, missed the shot, may have been partially blocked. She was wanting a foul. The Flames get the board. Jordan Hodges will bring it down court to Hess. She'll try another three and hit again. Emma Hess from deep, and a timeout going to be taken by the Wildcats. The Flames, I'm not sure if that'll be counted as fast break points, but it was certainly secondary transition for sure. As the initial dive up court by Jordan Hodges, she penetrated and kicked Hess in stride, knocks down the three-pointer to give the Flames a 20-8 lead, and a timeout has been taken by Randolph. Since we've already had our media timeout for the first quarter, this will just be a 30-second timeout. 52.5 seconds to go in the quarter. We're talking about how the last time these two teams played was back in 1982. Back then, the Flames were called Liberty Baptist, and Randolph was Randolph-Macon Women's College. Liberty won that game at Liberty Gym, more recently known as the Schilling Center, and more recently demolished. And it's the over in the Jerry Falwell Library area of campus. I'm not sure exactly where the Schilling would be in relation, but somewhere probably between there and the education halls alongside. Is on the drive for Randolph is Natalie Clark, but her shot is off the mark, and the Flames get the rebound. The shot clock and game clock are basically the same. Liberty's brought Emily Howard out on the court, as is Brooke Moore. It goes into a Geistarter. She'll take a 15-foot jumper. Missed it. Weigel, though, a nice rebound, but missed the putback. Emily Howard gets the board, and her putback goes off the far side of the rim. Randolph's going to have 8 seconds as they bring it across. Stark at the top of the arc, drives towards the hoop. Gets in some trouble, has to dish it off, finds Clark, and her jumper is off to the left as the horn sounds on this first quarter of play. Liberty leading 20-8. But to finish that thought, on the last time these two teams played, Liberty Baptist beat Randolph-Macon Women's College 72-45. It was the 10th win of that 81-82 campaign for the Flames. Robin Patora led the way with a then program record 33 points, so there was some history in that game. Cindy Comer and Carla Weaver each had double digits in rebounds. And Linda Farver was the head coach, and we're going to have a chance to talk to Linda. Still a long time, not just coach for Liberty, but also was a professor. And to say she's been an advocate for women's basketball would be a gross understatement. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with the second quarter, and we'll have that conversation with Linda coming up in the second half of the game. Here, the Lady Flames now are leading 20-8 over Randolph on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg, with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
20-8, Liberty with the lead over Randolph as we start the second quarter here momentarily. Liberty shooting 41% from the field, 7 of 17, 3 of 9 from 3. The Wildcats 19% from the field, 3 of 16, and 2 of 7 from 3. Liberty 3 turnovers, the Wildcats with 1. Liberty with an 18-7 rebounding edge, including 6-1 on the offensive glass. Bench points 0-0 so far. Points in the paint 6-2 Flames. Liberty's also had some nice assists in this game so far. Both Jordans, Hodges and Bailey with 2. Wildcats will have the basketball to start the second quarter. Nia Jackson on the court. Gets to O'Neal, now up top. Williams. Hand off to Smith. Smith back to O'Neal. On the far side to Williams, to Smith again. 7 seconds to shoot at the top of the arc, and a foul is going to be called against the Flames. Jackson got bumped. That'll reset the clock to 20. The Flames have the entire second unit on the court at this point. Claudia Asin, Brooke Moore, Ella Weigel, Elizabeth Higaistotter, and Emily Howard. On the drive is Jackson. She lost the handle. Flames come out of the pack with the basketball. Asin running the point. Angles to the near side. Gives off to Moore. Moore back up top to Asin. Now on the far wing to Weigel. Weigel dumps it to Howard. Howard to Moore on the near wing. Back across to the top of the arc. Three-pointer from Asin is short. And the rebound to Randolph, and they're going to try to run it. Quick pass finds Jackson. Jackson's jumper, though, is off the mark. And the rebound is lost by Smith. She had the offensive glass, but looked like she and her teammate, Jasmine Williams, kind of got tangled up. And the Flames will get the ball back. Weigel in the middle to Higaistotter. She squares up, takes an elbow jumper, but missed it long. Rebound Randolph. Jackson across half court. Over to Smith. Smith dribbles into the paint and dishes at the last moment to a wide open Abby Baker. Baker's baseline jumper is good. 20-10 Flames. A minute and a half into the second quarter. Higaistotter on the outside to Weigel for three, and got the friendly roll. Hard off the front rim and nestled in. First points of the game for Ella Weigel. Flames now open their largest lead, 23-10. 8 minutes left, second quarter. Jackson up top to Smith for Randolph. And she's an extra step in the process. Traveling violation. Turnover number 3 now for both teams. Liberty gets the ball back. Stark will check back in for Randolph. No one with more than one made basket for the Wildcats. Bella Smuda has 9 points to lead the Flames. Emma Hess just behind her with 8. Both of those young ladies are on the bench at the moment, getting a rest. Asin to Weigel, another three, this time far corner. Might have just glanced off the backboard, hit the rim and pops out. Randolph with the board, back up court. A quick jumper on the wing is off the mark by Williams, and Liberty with the rebound. Inside to Higaistotter, touch pass to Howard, and Howard lays it in. What a play by Elizabeth Higaistotter. She was too far under the basket herself, knew she couldn't score in that spot, and just a little tap. Over to her teammate, Emily Howard, with her first 2 points. Liberty's up 25-10. Another traveling violation. Jasmine Williams shuffled a bit. She was trying to get the offense started for Randolph. With 7:07 to go in the second quarter, the Flames will inbound in the backcourt. Asin gets the play, looks into the eyes of his zone, and gives off to Moore. Moore Dassine now on the interior to Howard. Howard returns the favor by passing off to a Stoddard who lays it in. It's better to give than receive, and both have done both on these last two possessions. A steal by Brooke Moore. She picks off the pass, back the other way, lays it in. Brooke Moore turning defense into offense. A little bit of a lazy pass by the Wildcats, and Brooke with her athleticism made them pay. Liberty now up 29-10. Stark off of a ball fake will pass it out to Smith. Smith out of Jennings. Jennings drives and had her shot blocked by Howard. The Flames come out of the pack with the basketball. Up court pass looking for a Stoddard. Goes astray, out of bounds. Liberty with the turnover. Flames currently on a 9-0 run. They also had a 13-3 run back in the first half. With the basketball up top is Smith for the Wildcats. She'll take a contested jumper from 15. It goes out of bounds. Might have just nicked the bottom of the rim in the process. Liberty with the ball and the clock running. 5:50 to go in the second quarter. Claudia Asin over to Moore on the far wing. A bullet pass inside to Howard. Howard squares up and then gives it back outside to Moore. Moore's jumper is partially blocked. Rebound Randolph, and then the ball is out of bounds off of a Lady Flame. The Wildcats will have 8 seconds to get it across half court. But Liberty is not pressuring, so that shouldn't be a problem. Jessica Jennings gets it into the offense to Stark. Stark hands back to Jennings. Jennings now bounces it to Smith. Smith to Stark. Stark for three. Too strong. Rebound Howard. Liberty looks to push it up to Weigel. Nobody with her. Weigel dribbles in the near corner to a Stoddard. Back to Weigel for three. Got it. Ella Weigel with her second three of the night. She's got 6, and the Flames lead 32-10. And now another turnover. A Stoddard has the ball. She gets it up court to Moore. Moore picks up her dribble, gives it inside to Howard, and Howard shuffled her feet. She caught it in a double team, and in the process couldn't quite get the ball under control before she got her feet under control. Didn't have anything under control. Unfortunately, Liberty, though, with a large lead, they're up 32-10. And even though that was the Flames' 5th turnover, they forced 6 in this game, including that last steal by Brooke Moore, who's played well to start this game. A lot of players have played well for the Flames. Bella Smuda has 9. Emma Hess has 8. Ella Weigel off the bench with 6. We'll take a timeout with the teams and be back for the final 4:48 of this second quarter here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Everyone is excited about the Liberty Flames joining Conference USA. Hi, this is Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Just as the Flames begin a new season in a new conference, maybe you're thinking about a new season in real estate. Maybe that means buying or selling a home, starting or expanding your business, or maybe adding to your real estate investment portfolio. Whatever your real estate needs, my team and I are ready to help. Call or text me, Jason Porter, 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827. Or email jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. And we'll make sure your new real estate season is a win. Thanks, and go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
First National Bank is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Headquartered in Campbell County, First National Bank has been in business for 115 years and is well positioned to take care of all your financial needs, whether it's consumer or business. First National Bank has 18 branches from Lynchburg to Danville to Charlottesville. First National Bank, here to stay and ready to serve since 1908. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
32-10, Liberty with the lead over Randolph. The start of a weekend set for the Flames. They play today, and then Sunday afternoon, Liberty will host Tennessee. First time the Lady Vols have ever been here at Liberty Arena, or Liberty University for that matter. We mentioned the fact that the last time these two teams played, Liberty was Liberty Baptist, and Randolph was Randolph-Macon Women's College. It was a 72-45 win that the Flames had at Liberty Gym. Most of you around the area would know about Randolph College, but the Randolph-Macon Women's College aspect of things, well, they became co-educational back in 2007, and when they did, there's already a Randolph-Macon College in Richmond, so they shortened the name to just Randolph. And here we are. Wildcats with the basketball. On the drive is Turner. Turner lost the handle. It goes out of bounds, but off of a Lady Flame. So Randolph will inbound with 10 seconds to shoot on the baseline. The pass finds O'Neal. O'Neal's jumper is off to the right, and Caroline Shirey, who's in for the first time, gets the rebound for Liberty. She comes in to replace Emily Howard, and actually most of the Flames starting lineup is on the court from earlier in the game, except Shirey instead of Smuda. Boone goes to Bailey. Bailey takes a baseline shot. Little half hook, comes up short, and Randolph gets the rebound. Stark to O'Neal. O'Neal back to Stark on the far wing. Then to Jennings. Jennings to O'Neal again. She'll bounce it back to Stark on the far corner. She dribbles into the paint, finds Turner. Turner on the drive. Missed the shot. Jaden Turner too strong, and the Flames get the board. Hess spins her way up court, bounces it in to Bailey. Bailey outside to Hodges. Hodges cross court to Boone. Boone to Hess again. Hess at the top of the arc. Back to Boone on the far wing. Gets a little space, finds Bailey. Bailey with 10 seconds to shoot over to Hodges. Hodges fakes the three, steps back, drives, kicks to Hess. Hess for three, in and out. Rebound to Randolph. Flames used about 28 seconds of the shot clock and came up with a very good look out of it. Just an unfriendly roll for Emma Hess. She doesn't get a lot of those. Stark with the basketball for the Wildcats. Now to Turner. Turner drives and kicks to Baker. Baker back up top to Jennings with 7 seconds to shoot. Off of a screen. Jennings will now drive with 2 on the clock. Going to have to force one up and doesn't get the shot off in time. Flames force the shot clock violation. They'll get the ball back. Liberty currently on a 12-0 run. After leading at that point 20-10. Flames are now up 32-10. Wildcats have not led in this game. The last tie was at 2-2. Hess on the far wing for Liberty. Goes in the corner to Hodges. Hodges dumps it down to Shirey, and her pass is deflected and stolen away, but then she steals it back. Near side Boone to Hess. Hess will drive, bounces it to Shirey, and Shirey lays it in. Well run offense by the Lady Flames. Another assist, this time to Hess. And Liberty is up 34-10. Make the run 14-0. 2 minutes to go first half. Wildcats will give to Jennings. Jennings picks up her dribble. Back to Stark. Stark for a long 2, and she hits. That ends the 14-0 Liberty run. And makes it 34-12. Inside to Shirey. Shirey took an extra step. Traveling violation gives it back to Randolph. Flames now with 6 turnovers in the game. Randolph with 7. Liberty 45% from the field and 5 of 14 from 3. That's 36%. Randolph 20% for the game and 25% from 3, 2 of 8. Randolph makes another substitution as now Sydney Bundy has come on the court. They've got 16 dressed, and they'll play maybe all of those 16. 20 on the roster, but a few are injured and not available. Pass on the far side, looking for Bundy, is stolen away by Jordan Hodges. Hodges will bring it down court, try to dish it off to Shirey. It's knocked loose, and the teams trade turnovers. Back the other end, Bundy. To Stark, now to O'Neal. She forces up a 3 and almost got it to fall from beyond NBA range. That was about 25 feet out. Liberty going to try to get their own three-pointer, and Jordan Hodges nails it. So the teams traded turnovers, then they traded deep threes, but only the Flames hit. Liberty's up 37-12. A minute, or I should say a half of a minute to go here in this first half. 14 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. On the outside, pass goes to Bundy, and Bundy is going to be called for a traveling violation. 21.2, the shot clock now off, as Liberty will inbound on the baseline, going the length of the court from left to right. Hodges being guarded by Jennings as she comes near the midcourt line. Cuts across and gives to Boone. 10 seconds to shoot. Boone to Hodges. Hodges in the corner to Hess. Hess for 3, in and out, and the rebound to Randolph with 3 seconds to go. Stark up court, behind the back dribble, and got a shot off at the horn. A little bit of contact. No foul. The shot came up short. Flames maybe caught a little bit of a break there. There was some contact on the shot. The officials let it play, and the Flames will go to the locker room leading 37-12 over Randolph. And I know that a lot of the people that are listening to this broadcast are probably from the Lynchburg area or are associated with the Lynchburg area. For those that are not, though, and you're curious a little bit about Randolph, the school was founded in 1891, and as I mentioned earlier, was a women's college until 2007 when it went co-ed. They're Division III. They're in the ODAC, which is actually based out of Lynchburg. And their mascot is Wanda Wildcat. One thing this is what I was curious about, was the how many undergrads. They've got 652 undergrads. So I have to do a little math during this timeout. But 20 of those 652 undergrads are members of the basketball team, because they've got 20 on the roster. And let's count real quick. 11 of the 16 that are dressed have played so far in the game. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the Carl Miller Realty halftime show here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Whether you drive a car, truck, or SUV, Larry's Tire strives to ensure that your vehicle will be performing at its best when leaving their shop. Larry's Tire has 3 locations at 1070 Woodbury Square Place on 221 in Lynchburg, their shop off Candler's Mountain Road across from Red Lobster, and Larry's Tire Mobile, where they'll come to you for your new tire purchases. Larry's Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information on Larry's Tire, log on to larrystireservice.com.
Everybody says they want to do it, but how many people ever really change the world? GenSend shows students just like you how to live life on mission. GenSend offers real-life ministry opportunities in cities all across North America. Work alongside believers who are really changing the world. Spend your school break on mission and learn how to be a champion for Christ. Go to gensend.org to learn more.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Mural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at PearyFamilyDentistry.com.
Fast. This is business today. Unpredictable. Always changing. Shifting trends and technologies are pushing aside old rules. The unexpected is the new normal. At Segra, we'll help you navigate a complex future with state-of-the-art voice, internet, and data protection solutions. We know you have dreams, and we see your potential. To learn about Segra's extensive fiber network for your business and our next-generation technologies, visit Segra.com. Proud partner of Liberty University.
The Oasis Student Apartments is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. The Oasis offers community apartments designed exclusively for college students. Roommates experience an all-inclusive lifestyle, including individual bedrooms, lightning-fast internet, washer and dryer, 24/7 gym, and spaces that come fully furnished. The Oasis is 1 mile from Liberty University on Candler's Mountain Road and is offering rooms for the 23-24 school year. The Oasis can be reached at 434-329-7979 and at viewcommunities.com.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report, presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team, proud supporter of the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now let's get a check of the out-of-town scoreboard, built by Frank Good Builders.
And welcome back into halftime. The Lady Flames are on top of Randolph, 37-12. We'll get you a complete look at the stats and how this first half played out coming up here in just a little bit. But first, let's take a look at that out-of-town scoreboard that we promised you. There's one football game that's going to be kicking off here in about 15 minutes, and it's a dandy. Ohio State and Missouri. 7th-ranked Buckeyes will take on number 9 Mizzou. Again, that's the Cotton Bowl, 8 o'clock start time, so they'll kick off here in about 15-20 minutes. On the men's side of Conference USA, no games today, but tomorrow Liberty Flames will be playing at Alabama, a 2 o'clock start time. And you can hear all that action with Alan York on the Liberty Flames Sports Network, the Liberty Flames app, the Varsity app, and on Facebook Live as well, on the Liberty Flames Sports Network Facebook page. On the women's side of Conference USA, well, there's one big game coming up 2 days from now, but there's actually a couple of other teams that are in action tonight. We'll tell you about all that. First, Jacksonville State is playing South Carolina State, and the Gamecocks lead South Carolina State 19-4 with about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Western Kentucky also similar time in the first quarter is leading West Virginia State 15-8. Full slate of games tomorrow, but then on Sunday there's only one game in Conference USA on the women's side of things, and it is the marquee game when Liberty is going to be hosting Tennessee at 2 o'clock. So if you haven't made your plans already, you better hurry, because last I heard tickets were going fast. Lady Vols, their first ever trip into Liberty Arena or the Vine Center or the Liberty Gym or the Schilling Center or whatever you want to call it. The first time they've been in Lynchburg, and it should be fun. Let's take a quick look at our First National Bank Conference USA notebook. Middle Tennessee State is on top of the standings. Now, there's been no conference games yet, but Middle Tennessee State is 10-3 on the year. FIU 8-5, WKU 8-6, New Mexico State 6-6. So those teams are at the top of the standings. The Flames have played a murderer's row schedule this year with 4 top 25 teams. Multiple, just about everybody they played this year had a winning record coming into the game. I think maybe Radford was the only game that was not a winning record. So the Flames 4-9, but kind of on an upswing. They got a very good win against Grand Canyon. They're winning this game at the moment 37-12, and they'll have a chance to knock off a perennial power in Tennessee 2 days from now that could really get the season moving in the right direction. We'll take a timeout. We'll continue with halftime right after this here on Liberty Flame Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs.
Okay.
The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate, or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
At Carter Bank, we believe in a life lived full of plans, promise, and continuous growth. It's why our checking and savings accounts make it easy for you to earn high interest on your balances, so your money grows faster. All backed with the digital banking tools you need, so there's nothing holding you back from living life to its fullest. Open your new Carter Bank checking or savings account online in minutes at cbtcares.org or visit your local branch. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Athletics. Member FDIC.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPros' 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Now back to the halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. We've got a special guest as the Lady Flames are taking on Randolph and leading 37-12 at halftime. Dr. Linda Farver, who was coaching Liberty Baptist at the time these two teams played last. Of course, it was also Randolph-Macon Women's College when the two teams last played back in 1982. And Dr. Farver, you were talking about some of those memories, and you had a pretty good record against the Wildcats.
Well, yeah, we did. Brenda Bonheim was, of course, the first coach, and she went 2-1 against Randolph-Macon at the time. We called him Randy Mack, and I ended up with a 5-1 record against them. And then we shifted to Division II, and we then did not schedule them because we joined the Mason-Dixon Conference. But it was kind of nice. It's like Randolph. They didn't have to travel very far to get here. You know, bus ride short, van ride. And I'm not even sure how we got there. We may have gone in private cars at that time, gathering up the gals from the mountain campus, which is where they all were housed at the time. But that was back in the day when we could barely afford to give them tennis shoes and have practice gear, let alone everything that Liberty has available now. And we played in what was then called the Schilling building, the Schilling gym, which had a terrible floor, but at any rate.
The tartan.
Tartan stuff that caused more knee problems than we were inclined to be thrilled about. But at any rate, Randolph, they're playing in the same gym, because where we played back in the 80s, and they were competitive, and because they had a really good coach back then, Joanne Todd. She coached basketball and women's golf, and she knew her stuff, and so she would get those gals ready, and we'd go at it. Likewise, we played Lynchburg College as well back in the day, and we didn't have to travel far to go there.
That's kind of like that, what do they call it up there in Philadelphia, where Penn and Temple and like all the teams in that whole area play each other?
Yeah, it's like a commuter game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hang tight. We'll take the final break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit as we get into the second half of the game and reminisce a little bit more. There was some blast from the past as far as names in that game. But we need to get our final break in. We'll come back with Dr. Linda Farver right after this quick timeout. Lady Flames leading 37-12 at the intermission.
Attention, Liberty alumni and employees. Did you know you're eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total home loan amount up to $5,000? Contact Joe Yock at Alcova Mortgage today to learn more about how you can save on your next home with this exclusive offer. Call 434-258-3549 or visit alcova.com/liberty. That's Joe Yock, NMLS ID 315849, Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Come see a doubleheader of Flames basketball at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg. Wednesday, December 13th, your Liberty Lady Flames take on old in-state rival Radford at 6 o'clock. Then the Liberty men battle Tennessee State at 8 o'clock. Get a ticket to both games for just $15. That's one ticket to each game, just $15. That's a deal that'll have you seeing double. That's Wednesday, December 13th at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg. Get your tickets at libertyflames.com/tickets.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local bottler.
It's almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half. Presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
Welcome back in. Lady Flames are on top of Randolph, 37-12. Outstanding defensive, well, two great defensive quarters, but especially the second quarter. Liberty held Randolph to only 4 points and 2 of 11 from the field, 0 of 2 from behind the three-point arc. As the quarter goes along, we'll give you some more individual statistics and some more specifics, but we're going to continue our conversation with Dr. Linda Farver, who was the coach of the Lady Flames the last time that these two squads hooked up back in 1982. And before we get the action started here in the second half, without giving away your age, can you tell me the time frame? Because you also taught at Liberty for a long time after that.
Yes, I did. I came in 1977 and had a dual role of teaching and coaching. And I don't mind telling you, I'm 77, but I was only 28 years old when I started teaching and coaching at Liberty. So I was one of the younger faculty members at the time. But the Lord has blessed, and I retired from teaching in 2018. I only coached till 1986 and then proceeded to get my doctorate and teach the rest of the way.
Emma Hess gets the second half started for the Flames, knocking down a three-pointer. The Flames up 40-12, and then a quick answer on the other end by Randolph Stark, Kylie Stark, the Brookville B. A couple of Lynchburg natives on this Randolph team, which you kind of not surprising under the circumstances. D3 school.
Yeah, Kylie's a good little player, very solid, and she also plays softball. She's a dual sport athlete over there.
Three-pointer by Jordan Hodges comes up just slightly off the mark, and Randolph gets the rebound. On the drive is Jennings. Maybe got away with an extra step in there. I'll let you be the final verdict on that. You know a lot more about the officiating than I do. It ends up being a Kylie Stark jumper. We saw quite a few traveling violations in the first half.
I've noticed that too, and not all of them were whistled.
How long were you? Well, we need stoppages, and we're probably going to have none. It's going to be like a hockey game. Yeah. It's just going to go straight through.
It's just going to roll.
But hold that question, because I've got an officials observer question for you. Emma Hess drives to the basket, missed the shot, and the Flames try to fight for the offensive rebound, but can't quite get it as it trickles into the corner. You were an officials observer for a while, too.
19 years, yes. Coach Green got me hooked up with observing the officials and evaluating them, and I really enjoyed it because back in the day, I actually was teaching and coaching and officiating volleyball and basketball, and I really enjoyed it. So when Liberty switched to the A-Sun, then I bowed out and retired from that. So, but I enjoyed it, and yes, I would agree that there's been some cha-cha-chaing out here.
Stark misses the shot for Randolph. The Flames get the rebound, and Emma Hess gets nailed over on the far side, unintentional, as it was kind of an awkward play. She hesitated, but the defender did not. It was O'Neal that kind of got caught in the air on the pump fake. Everybody looks to be okay, and the Flames will inbound on the far sideline, right in front of Coach Carrie Green and Alexis Sherrard. Hodges with the basketball. Her three-pointer comes up short. Randolph with the rebound. Kylie Stark back the other way. She's really quick, even after a made basket, to get it up court and try to get some transition. Now she'll drive. Kick to O'Neal. O'Neal, an awkward step back to Smith. Over to Stark again. Her three-pointer comes up short, and Bella Smuda gets the rebound. Bella came out like a house of fire to begin this game with 9 points and then really didn't play a lot. Got a lot of rest in the second quarter. She'll take the back pass and draw a foul. Bella will shoot a couple of free throws. A chance to get into double digits as far as scoring is concerned. She's also got 7 rebounds in the game so far. Linda, when I looked at this box score or recap from that last game when Flames played Randolph-Macon Women's College back in 1982, February 18.
Oh.
Do you remember that game? Because Robin Patera?
Robin Patera. She was
33 points.
Yep, she could fill it up. However, she never saw a shot she didn't like, is how I described that guard. And she indeed went a little crazy back in the day, but we had a couple big gals that controlled the boards for us too, which helped the cause. Cindy Comer, she was out of New Jersey, and then Carla Weaver, she's from down in Garland, Texas.
Both teams trade missed baskets. The Flames, after the free throw by Bella Smuda, lead 41-16 with 6:40 to go here in the third quarter. Inside to Smuda. Smuda's going to work down low and find some space. Nice little dip to the basket. Scores past Baker. Liberty up 43-16. Smuda with 12 points in the game. Three-pointer for O'Neal is in and out.
Boy, they've had several of those tonight. Dance in and out. You know, Randolph made it to the semifinals of the ODAC tournament last year down there in Salem and just came up a tad bit short.
Three-pointer by Boone is off the mark, but Smuda gets the offensive glass. She'll reset things and then takes the jumper where she draws a foul. More free throws ahead for Smuda. And Randolph off to a 7-3 start to begin this year. They're playing some good basketball at that Division III level. And we were talking during one of the breaks that a lot of people don't probably quite understand. They think, oh, Division I, Division II, Division III, they're all the same except just smaller schools. But there's a big difference between even Division II and Division III because there's no scholarships involved.
Exactly.
When you've got 20 players on the roster, that's 20 paying customers.
Right.
And we did the math during that timeout. 3% of the student body at Randolph College is on the women's basketball team.
Right. And, you know, many of them are receiving academic scholarships, even if they don't get
Oh, my. I hate to interrupt you, but Bella Smuda just, after a steal, pulls up from 3 and nails it. Smuda with a huge smile on her face. Her first career three-pointer. She didn't hesitate. This might be the one game where she doesn't even have to look at the coaches after she takes that shot. Of course, if she makes it, nobody's going to say anything anyway.
No, and they tossed the T-shirt because she made the 3, and the bench just got ecstatic over there.
Jackson answers with a three-pointer for Randolph, but I don't think anybody's going to forget about that Bella Smuda three-pointer for quite a while. That gets her 16 points in the game, and also 9 rebounds to go along with that. She's going to drive baseline. The reverse lay-in is good. It's Bella Smuda's world. We're just living in it right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Bella 6 of 7 from the field. Only flaw is she's missed a couple of free throws. She's 5 of 9 from the free throw line, but other than that, she's played a dandy of a game. 49-19 Liberty, and now an answered three-pointer by O'Neal makes it 49-22. And we've got a violation on the inbounds, and I was looking down to write in the score and didn't see exactly what the violation was. I'm going to assume that on the inbound, the Flames stepped over the line. And that brings us to our under 5 media timeout with Liberty leading 49-22. And Dr. Farver, we appreciate you stopping by. It's always fun to chat, kind of reminisce about old times. Now, I can't say.
Now, what year did you come?
I was here in '93.
Oh,
so
boy.
when that game was being played, I was 7.
7 years old.
I don't remember
a
lot about it.
That's okay, Jamie. I'm glad. Listen, you've been here a long time now.
It's the
They're
30th.
going to have to start calling you an old timer, just like me.
I joke with everybody. Of course, I just gave it away that this isn't true. I say, well, yeah, this is my 30th year of doing women's basketball, but I started when I was 6.
See?
So I'm not that old.
Very young, just like me, Jamie. Well, listen, thanks so much. It was fun reminiscing, looking back, and it's I'm really thrilled with the progress that Liberty has made with academics and athletics and all of our programs, drama, music, ministry. It's fantastic. So keep up the good work, and God bless you, Jamie.
I appreciate that. Dr. Linda Farver, our special guest. As the Flames lead here in the third quarter, 49-22, we'll take a break and be back right after this on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic, 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank and Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank and Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank and Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Now back to Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
(49-22) Liberty with the lead, 4:26 to go in the third quarter. Lady Flames and Randolph College from across town here in Lynchburg hooking up, and Liberty's going to host Tennessee. That game on Sunday at 2 o'clock. New Year's Eve. Get your New Year's festivities off to an early start. Flames taking on an SEC opponent in Liberty Arena, and the first time Tennessee's been to town. Liberty's got some subs on the court. We'll give you a rundown of everybody here in just a moment. First, though, start. Passes on the far side to O'Neal. Her three-pointer comes up short. I want to thank Dr. Linda Farver for joining us there for a few minutes, kind of talking through the last time these two teams played back in 1982 when she was the coach of the team. Liberty on offense. Asim into Howard. Howard tried to dump it underneath to a Guy's daughter. Pass is stolen away. Both teams with double-digit turnovers. Near one three is good by Smith. Kaya Smith, 6'10" freshman out of Manassas. He's put 6 straight points on the board for Randolph. Liberty goes inside to Howard, and Howard's fouled by Stark. A couple of free throws ahead for Emily Howard. The largest lead in the game was 49-19. Since then, 6 straight points for Randolph. Emily with a chance to end that. Her first free throw rattles out. Flames leading scorer is Bella Smuda. She has 18 points. Second free throw's off the mark, but a Geistarter tips it out to Weigel, to Asim, to Geistarter, to Weigel, and then her pass is knocked loose and stolen by Randolph. Wildcats, Smith lost her footing but didn't lose the dribble. Little Harlem Globetrotter action as she gets to the far side and draws a foul. Smith will shoot 2. Something a little bit confusing on the stat sheet for Randolph. As I was looking down the list, they got 20 on the roster. 20 names do not fit inside of my big board. And so I was looking to see, okay, well, is there maybe a couple of names that I can just put down at the bottom in smaller letters, and maybe players aren't as apt to play. And I put Smith down at the bottom, which was a mistake. And I'll tell you why here in just a second. After the free throws, it's 49-27, Liberty. Brooke Moore dives into the paint, and her floater is good. That ends the 8-0 run that Randolph had. It's 51-27. Wildcats on the drive. Taken to the basket is Jackson, and she's fouled. A couple of free throws ahead, so a much better third quarter than either of the first 2 quarters for Randolph. They've actually outscored Liberty 15-14 in the first 7 minutes and 15 seconds of this quarter. But the mistake, the reason that I made the mistake is I was looking down the Randolph stat sheet. I was like, well, let me just sort this by games played. And then anybody who's only played a game or 2, I'll relegate them to just being on the bottom of the sheet, not actually in the main columns. And Kaya Smith as number 4 was listed as playing 1 game and playing 9 minutes in that game. I was like, okay, well, that's probably a player that can be put down at the bottom. What I didn't notice was that she's actually in the stats twice. She's in the stats as number 4 and as number 04. She played 7 games as number 04. Flames Weigel will drive, miss the shot, but Howard there to scoop up the rebound, and the left-handed lay-in falls through. 53-29. Flames up with 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. Stark bounces it to the near side. Jackson taps her head, calls the play, waits for a screen, comes off of that screen, runs into the hedge, though, of a Geistarter, and then lost the basketball, and the Flames are able to track it down. Brooke Moore picks it up before it slips out of bounds. Up court to Asim. She's got all kinds of space, floats all the way to the hoop and scoops it in. No one came over to pick up Claudia Asim. She gets her first 2 points. Liberty leads 55-29. Flames have hit 5 of their last 6 field goals and are shooting 49% for the night. Randolph resets the play with 7 seconds. Stark is going to drive. Behind the back dribble, deflected outside to O'Neal, who tries a long 3-pointer. It's off the mark and goes out of bounds at the scorer's table. 1:14 on the clock and Liberty leading 55-29. Flames have been up by as many as 30. They've never trailed in this game. We were tied at 2-2. It's been all Liberty since then. Flames opened up on an 11-2 run. Inside to Howard. Howard's going to go back to the left side and banks it home. Emily Howard with a couple of third quarter hoops. She's got 6. Liberty is now up 57-29. Randolph on the drive. As Stark will get into the paint and draw some contact. She's fouled by Weigel. Wildcats will inbound on the baseline. 20 seconds to shoot. 45.8 to go in the third. 28-point Liberty advantage. Inbound pass comes to Stark. She'll step back for a 15-footer. It comes up short. Might have been partially blocked. A couple of Flames defenders were in the area. Amani Harden is checked in for the first time for Randolph. She leaves Asin open on the near side, but her three-pointer is off the mark. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Flames with 27.7 to go and the shot clock at 20. Amani Harden, first-year player out of Knoxville, Tennessee, 5'1". And she gets in and helps. Well, actually, no, it was one of her teammates. It was Renee Kleins, who's 5'5". Pretty small unit out on the court right now for Randolph. She got in and tied the ball up after the inbounds and forced the turnover. The arrow gives it back over to Randolph. They'll now have a chance to take the final shot of this third quarter. Harden on the far wing with 12 seconds to shoot. She'll take an NBA three. No. Long rebound, and Brooke Moore is able to track it down with 5 seconds to go. She gets it up cross half court to Agias-Daughter, who pulls up for a long three. Off the mark. Just a little too strong. As the horn sounds on this third quarter, Liberty leading 57-29, but a much better quarter of play offensively for Randolph. Even though they were outscored by 3, they put up 17. So the Flames extend their lead slightly by 3 during this quarter. But it was actually Liberty that got off to a quick start to the third period. Led 49-19. And since then, they've been held to 8. It was, again, a much better finish to the quarter. Offensively for Randolph, their shooting percentage is still only 24% for the game, but it has gone up as the night has gone along. We'll give you a complete recap after this quick timeout. Lady Flames leading by 28 on Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
I misspoke going into that quarter break. Flames actually had led by as many as 31 in the game, and that was after a 10-4 start to the third quarter. Liberty was up 47-16. They also led 49-19, but 47-16 was the largest lead. After the 49-19 advantage, 8 straight points were scored by Randolph. But then it's been a little mini run for the Flames since then to push the lead back out to 28. Flames have scored 6 straight. Emily Howard, Claudia Asin, and then Emily Howard again. Some other statistics of interest at this point in the game. The Flames, more turnovers than they would like. They've got 13, they've forced 11, but Liberty's won the rebounding battle 42-17. Second chance points only 6-0. Bench points 22-5 Liberty, and paint points 26-4 Flames. Liberty shooting 48% from the field, Randolph 24%, and Liberty is now 8 of 23 from outside the arc. Randolph 5 of 17. Flames with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. They've got the starting lineup out there as it goes cross court to Hess, who's wide open for 3, missed it long. Rebound tipped outside, and a foul will be called against Hess. That's the one thing we haven't had a whole lot of in this game, and that's fouls. Not a ton of foul trouble. First on Emma. Claudia Asin with 2 fouls, the only Lady Flame with more than 1. A couple of players on Randolph with 2. Nobody in foul trouble. Fourth quarter is underway. Liberty leads by 28. Randolph has the basketball. The black unis, yellow numbers, white trim. Randolph scoring at the goal to the right. Will lob it on the interior. Nice catch on the low block by Baker. Then she had to try to get it over the helping Jordan Bailey, who altered her shot, and the Flames get the rebound. Asia Boone, the 4-time freshman of the week in the A-Sun, has the ball at the top of the arc. Kind of a quiet night for her by her recent standards. Over to Hodges. Hodges with 7 seconds to shoot. Comes off of a pick, goes back to Boone. Boone tries a 3, missed it badly. Out of bounds to the Wildcats. Asia has not scored in the game so far. That was only her 3rd field goal attempt in 18 minutes of playing time. Does have 3 rebounds and an assist, no turnovers. Bailey and Boone, the only 2 players for the Flames that have not scored. Up top, Stark will go against Boone and then bounces it outside to Jackson. Her 3-pointer is good. Correction, that was Jennings, not Jackson. Jessica Jennings hits the 3. The Liberty lead is 57-32. Into Smoota, now outside to Hess. Hess to Boone at the top of the arc. Flames in the white uniforms, red numbers, baby blue trim. The stripped Liberty across the front. No names on the back. Hess tries another 3, comes up short. Smoota goes to the floor to try to track down the rebound, but can't squeeze it. Randolph back the other end. Jennings on the drive, now kicks to Stark. Stark settles in for a 3 and draws the foul. Hess goes crashing into her. Second foul against Emma Hess. 3 free throws ahead for Randolph. This Randolph squad is very good at their level coming into this game. They're 7-3 at the D3 level in the ODAC. They're going to say that was not in the act of shooting. I don't know how that's possible. So it's just Randolph's basketball. Stark will try another 3 and bank it home. Not sure that's what she had in mind, but it still counts all the same. Randolph with a quick start to this fourth quarter. As the pass goes to Smoota in the high post, and she just snatched it right over the top of Amani Harden. There's about 1.5 foot difference between those two. As I say that, Randolph steals the ball. Stark brings it up court, almost has her pocket pick, gets it back, fades away, but missed. And the rebound out of bounds off of Liberty. Coach Green not going to be happy about this first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Flames have been outscored 6-0. Mentioned that when Harden was defending Smuda in the high post, 6'6" against 6'1", or let me try that again, 6'6" against 5'1". Harden gonna drive and has her shot blocked out of bounds by Hess. 7 seconds to shoot. That's a nominee for our Freedom First Credit Union defensive play of the game. Harden to inbound. She finds Williams. Williams up top to Jennings. Jennings forced into a three, missed it. Short. Rebound to Liberty. Jordan Bailey picks up the board. Jordan Hodges will now set up the offense. Takes it all the way the length of the court. Banks it hard in. Nice move by Jordan Hodges. And a line drive finish, but she hit the sweet spot right in the middle of the square on the back of the backboard. Other side, Stark's going to pull up. Her jumper short. Liberty with the rebound. Flames lead 59-35. An unforced traveling violation for the Flames as Jordan Bailey had the ball outside, and I think her momentum just carried her half a step further than she needed to. 15th Flames turnover. Randolph has 11. Over the course of this season, the Wildcats do force about 18 turnovers a game, so they're pretty good at that. They also turn the ball over themselves a little over 18 times a game. On the drive is Smith. Smith, a nice move to get into the paint, lays it through. Randolph has outscored the Flames 8-2 here in the fourth quarter. They had an 8-0 run back in the third quarter. Agaya Stoddard, her baseline jumper is good. (61-37) Liberty. No pressure as Jennings will dribble into the half. Lobs baseline to Baker. Baker's jumper is too strong. Clips off the rim and is picked up by the Flames. Liberty back on offense, under 5 to go in the fourth. Weigel tries a three. Weigel has her three pop out. But then Brooke Moore almost with a super athletic play to knock the pass. Unfortunately for her, it went right back to O'Neal, who gets to Jennings, and Jennings takes it the length of the court. We've seen Moore do some phenomenal things this season with her leaping ability. It didn't quite pay off that time as the deflected pass went back to the Wildcats. The Wildcats now get it again. O'Neal rises up and hits a three. Boy, no quit in this Randolph squad. They've cut this down to a 19-point game after trailing by as many as 31, and they get another steal as Liberty tries to go on the inside in an attempt to force feed Howard. It's stolen away, and Randolph with the basketball. 3:55 left to go in the fourth. Wildcats have outscored Liberty 13-4 here in the fourth quarter. Jennings another three and hits again. And a pretty good contingent of Wildcat fans here in Liberty Arena. They've made it a 16-point game with 3.5 to go. Flames go to Agaya Stoddard, now to Moore. Asim at the top of the arc. She drives, finds Weigel, who's left wide open for three, in and out. Howard with the rebound, and she's fouled. Emily Howard will shoot two. double check. The Flames haven't gotten very many free throw attempts here in the second half. At halftime, well, actually maybe a little more than I thought. Let me restate that. Flames haven't gotten very many free throw attempts in the fourth quarter. Matter of fact, they have not taken a free throw in the fourth quarter. But they will now after this timeout when Emily Howard steps up. Flames leading 61-45. We'll be back with the conclusion of this fourth quarter of play here from Van Wagner.
Hey Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at GentryLock.com.
Thank you, Freedom Heating and Air, for supporting Liberty Flames Athletics. Freedom Heating and Air offers help for those days with 90-plus degree highs. They offer tailor-made heating and air conditioning services, from maintenance to upgrades to 24/7 emergency response. They serve the greater Central Virginia area and can be reached at 434-331-3690 and at freedomheatingandairva.com. Freedom Heating and Air is a proud underwriting supporter of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
61-45, Liberty with the lead over Randolph. But the Wildcats have played well here in the fourth quarter. In the second half in general, they were only outscored 20-17 in the third quarter, and they've outscored Liberty 16-4 in the fourth quarter. After trailing by as many as 31, they've certainly made this a respectable game down the stretch. Flames haven't scored in a little over 2 minutes. They'll have a chance to remedy that at the free throw line when Emily Howard steps up. Emily has 6 points in the game so far, 7 rebounds in 13 minutes of playing time. Bella Smuda leads the way with 18 points. Hit her first three-pointer of her career earlier on. Has a double-double with 10 rebounds as well. Emma Hess has 11. Jordan Hodges with 8. Howard and Weigel with 6. Geistadter and Moore with 4. Asin and Shirey with 2. Howard shoots 2 free throws. Missed her first 2 attempts earlier in the game and misses the first of this trip. Emily came into the game shooting 63% from the free throw line, but has now missed all 4. Rebound goes out of bounds. Wildcats will have the basketball. Caroline Shirey will come back into the game for Liberty. (61-45) Flames with 3:20 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Jessica Jennings dribbles into the half for Randolph. Hands off on the outside to Gunter. Gunter back to Smith. Smith tries a 3. Air ball out of bounds to Liberty. Previous to that, Randolph in the fourth quarter had been 9 of 23 from outside the three-point arc. Actually, that is not correct. I'll come back to that. Flames going to try a three of their own. Moore near wing miss, but Shirey gets the rebound and she sticks it in. 63-45 Liberty. Those numbers were the totals for the game as Randolph is able to get it on the low block to Tyra Harrell. Harrell seeing her first action on the floor today. Scores. Makes it a 16-point Liberty lead. 2:22 left in the fourth quarter. Asin, near wing three, in and out. Shirey can't handle the rebound. It goes out to Randolph. So the quarter stats for Randolph before that last missed three-pointer, they were 4 of 6. In the half, they're 7 of 15 from 3. Now 4 of 7 in the quarter. Overall for the game, 2 of 24. So 7 of their 9 made three-pointers are from the second half. Gunter bounces it up top to Jennings. Jennings pulls up, missed it to the right. Weigel with the rebound, she'll run it herself. Dishes out to Asin, and then some contact after the pass between Weigel and Pabon. Maddie Pabon picks up the personal foul. Flames will inbound with 1:50 to go. So not a particularly good ending to the game for the Lady Flames. After leading by 31 in the third quarter, Randolph has been able to chop that down to 16. Flames with the inbound to Moore. Moore drives, scoops, but missed. Shirey skies for the rebound. Draws the foul and just missed the shot. Caroline Shirey will step up for 2 free throws. Shirey with 4 points in the game, 2 of 2 from the field, 3 rebounds. Nothing but net on her first free throw attempt. Takes her dribble, second free throw, also good. (65-47) Liberty. Randolph with the ball. Going to the right. Harrell over on the far to Pabon. Pabon now dribbles to the top of the arc. Wearing some pink Nikes. Outside to Jackson, who's got the purple Nikes on. Magic Johnson's. 2 dribbles to the middle of the court. Moore knocked the ball loose, but a foul was called against Moore. Flames will make a substitution. Geistauer will check out of the game. We see Casey Hunt for the first time. Hunt is defending Pabon. Her pass then goes to Jackson. Jackson back to Pabon. Pabon in the paint, kicks to Jackson. Jackson for 3, short. But an offensive rebound controlled on the interior by Gunter. Her putback's no good, and the Flames get the rebound. Under a minute to go. Liberty leading 65-47. Bounce pass to Moore. Moore's going to try a 3, but missed it. Rebound, Shirey. Her putback's no good, but Moore cleans it up and scores. Brooke Moore with 6 points. A couple of rebounds and assist as well. Back the other end. Pass intended for Tyra Harrell is a little too much on it. It goes out of bounds. Liberty will have the ball with 36.4 to go in the game. So a 6.4 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Claudia Asin bounces it to Shirey. She'll give on the near side to Weigel. In the corner to Hunt. Hunt back to Weigel. Weigel to Moore. Moore to Shirey. Shirey passes it back to Moore. Moore had it knocked down, but then gets it back and scores. Perseverance by Brooke Moore. She had her initial shot knocked away. Probably a little bit of contact there, but at this point in the game, the officials say play on. I think the Randolph staff was saying that should have been a tie ball. which probably could also have been called. Three-pointer at the top of the arc by Pabon is blocked by Moore. Randolph gets it back. It goes underneath to Clark, and Clark scores at the horn. That basket will count. They may take a look at it just to make sure. Not that it's going to matter as far as the outcome of the game. Brooke Moore with a nasty block previous to it, and this is totally unnecessary, but the officials aren't letting the teams shake hands because they want to make sure that the basket's good. And now they finally let the team shake hands. In a 20-point game where that basket is absolutely meaningless, why on earth would you stop the handshake line to take a look at the monitor? The three officials now meet up at midcourt, hand the basketball to Paul Carmody, and go back to the locker room in what was a very awkward ending to this basketball game. And what, for the most part, was a well-officiated game, but just not administered very well there in the final. Well, actually, after the horn sounded, it kind of got a little awkward. That happens to all of us. We'll take a timeout and be back with a Coca-Cola locker room report. Lady Flames get the win, 69-49 over Randolph.
Everyone is excited about the Liberty Flames joining Conference USA. Hi, this is Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Just as the Flames begin a new season in a new conference, maybe you're thinking about a new season in real estate. Maybe that means buying or selling a home, starting or expanding your business, or maybe adding to your real estate investment portfolio. Whatever your real estate needs, my team and I are ready to help. Call or text me, Jason Porter, 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827. Or email jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. And we'll make sure your new real estate season is a win. Thanks, and go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
First National Bank is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Headquartered in Campbell County, First National Bank has been in business for 115 years and is well positioned to take care of all your financial needs, whether it's consumer or business. First National Bank has 18 branches from Lynchburg to Danville to Charlottesville. First National Bank, here to stay and ready to serve since 1908. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Right now, there's a child who's alone, a mother who's afraid, and a man who doesn't have a friend in the world. And right now, you can help them all. Send Relief inspires, equips, and trains champions for Christ, just like you, to meet physical needs all around the world while sharing the hope of the gospel. To learn more, go to sendrelief.org. That's sendrelief.org.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at Crossroads Family Dentistry, VA.com.
The game is over, but we're just getting started with the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Coming up, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair will present the final game statistics. Head coach Kerry Green will stop by to give his thoughts on the game, and we'll update the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders. Now let's head back inside the arena for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. The Lady Flames get the win, 69-49 over Randolph. But the Wildcats played well in the fourth quarter. They actually outscored Liberty 20-12. and had a 16-4 run at one point, taking what was at once a 31-point Liberty lead, knocking it down to 16. Flames were able to add a few more points onto that and get the 20-point victory. And with that win, Liberty now, well, let's start off with Randolph. Randolph on the season, this game doesn't count as far as their standings are concerned. So this is just considered an exhibition game for Randolph, so they'll stay at 7-3. The Flames will move their record to 5-9 on the year. Next up is Tennessee. That game is on Sunday. The Liberty men will play at Alabama tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Alan York with the call. We'll be back here in Liberty Arena for the women on Sunday at 2. And don't forget about football. They'll be taking on Oregon in the Fiesta Bowl Monday at 1 p.m. And again, Alan York, Nick Pierce, Jason Porter out in Tempe will keep you up to speed as the Flames try to get their first ever New Year's 6 victory. Here in Liberty Arena, your final score was a 20-point Flames win. Larry's Tyranado stats look like this. The Flames finish up 44% from the field. Randolph was 30%. Liberty 26% from 3. Randolph 33%. Flames were 8 of 31. Those numbers brought to you by Century Exteriors, sponsoring our outside shooting. Randolph was 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Flames finish up only 7 of 15, 47% from the free throw line, but that is 700 more meals to local area food banks through the Food Line Feeds Score to Give More campaign. Turnovers, Liberty with 17, Randolph with 12. Rebounds, 54-28 Flames, including 17-6 in offensive boards. Flames scored 12 second chance points off of that. Bench points 32-9 Flames. Points in the paint 34-12 Liberty. Fast break points 9-8 and block shots 5-0 Flames. Liberty had 16 assists on their 27 made baskets. Randolph had 13 on their 18 made baskets. So both teams pretty efficient as far as having passes lead to scores. We were tied once. That was 2-2. And the Flames led 36.5 minutes of this game after opening up on an 11-2 run. Liberty also had a 14-0 run in the second quarter. Pushed it out to a 47-16 lead in the third quarter, up by 31 before 8 straight points for Randolph. They also had a 16-4 run in the fourth quarter to get it within 16. And they outplayed the Flames. Not just in the fourth, 20-12, but in the second half. They outscored the Flames by 5 points after halftime. But Liberty was able to open up a rather large halftime advantage, 37-12. And that was more than enough to carry them to this victory. We'll take another timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at your Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. We'll have your Freedom Heating and Air post-game interview with Coach Kerry Green, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game, which we certainly could have chosen multiple players. Bella Smuda had 18 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 10 rebounds, hit her first career three-pointer. She certainly deserves to be our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. But we're gonna spread that accolade out a little bit and talk to someone that we don't normally get to talk to, and that's Caroline Shirey. She finished up with 6 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 5 rebounds in 8 minutes of playing time. I'll have to do the math really quick, but if she would have played starters minutes, she would have had somewhere in the neighborhood of 18 points, maybe more. Maybe a 20-point game if she played somewhere around 28 minutes in the game. So we'll talk to Caroline and give you a little bit of a preview ahead of what's coming on Sunday when the Lady Flames host Tennessee right here in Liberty Arena. Let's take our final break. Potentially. We'll see how quickly they get out of the locker room. We may throw an audible and have an extra break in here, but it's at least on paper, it's intended to be our final break. You're on the Coca-Cola Locker Room Report. Lady Flames with a 69-49 win over Randolph.
Fast. This is business today. Unpredictable. Always changing. Shifting trends and technologies are pushing aside old rules. The unexpected is the new normal. At Segra, we'll help you navigate a complex future with state-of-the-art voice, internet, and data protection solutions. We know you have dreams, and we see your potential. To learn about Segra's extensive fiber network for your business and our next-generation technologies, visit Segra.com. Proud partner of Liberty University.
Come see a doubleheader of Flames basketball at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg. Wednesday, December 13th, your Liberty Lady Flames take on old in-state rival Radford at 6 o'clock. Then the Liberty men battle Tennessee State at 8 o'clock. Get a ticket to both games for just $15. That's one ticket to each game, just $15. That's a deal that'll have you seeing double. That's Wednesday, December 13th at Liberty Arena in Lynchburg. Get your tickets at libertyflames.com/tickets.
The Oasis Student Apartments is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. The Oasis offers community apartments designed exclusively for college students. Roommates experience an all-inclusive lifestyle, including individual bedrooms, lightning-fast internet, washer and dryer, 24/7 gym, and spaces that come fully furnished. The Oasis is 1 mile from Liberty University on Candler's Mountain Road and is offering rooms for the 23-24 school year. The Oasis can be reached at 434-329-7979 and at viewcommunities.com.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
You've been listening to live radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
Welcome back into Liberty Arena. Jamie Hall here with you, and I'm now joined by our Thompson Brooks Insurance co-player of the game, Caroline Shirey. And I say co-player of the game, and we're going to talk about the other player of the game, and that is Bella Smuda, your postmate. And Emily Howard had a great game as well. All three posts played well. But before we talk to you about your game and how things are going, what was the most exciting thing that happened all night?
Bella's three, hands down. That is, oh my goodness, that will be talked about for days and days to come. That was just amazing.
You said something to the effect it was the most exciting thing that's happened in your life?
Yes. Okay, well, as a post, threes don't come by often, and they're normally frowned upon. So when she took that, we were all up and ready, and then once we saw that go in, it was just, everybody was so excited. That was amazing. The energy was great. That was awesome.
Is she going to have to do it again now?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was yelling at her to take another one the next play down, so.
And it was a deep three, right,
yes.
Right from the top of the key, but, yeah.
We're going to have to change it to guard forward now, shooting guard / center.
Point center.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I like it. Wow, yeah, that will be the thing that I think everybody talks about.
Absolutely.
But you and your game, you finished up, and I meant to do this during the commercial, and we got to talking about Bella's three, and I didn't do the math on this. I was going to figure up what you would have scored if you would have played the same amount of minutes as, say, the starters did, somewhere around 24 minutes in the game, because you only played 8 minutes.
Yeah.
8 minutes, 6 points. 2 of 3 shooting, 5 rebounds. At the very least, if you would have played 16 minutes in the game, then you would have had 12 points and 10 rebounds. So you had kind of the pace for, almost a 20-point game if you played for 25 minutes or so. So the very efficient time out on the court. So and I know you've dealt with some injuries last year. So for the folks that maybe haven't kind of followed your career, let us know what's brought you to this point.
Yeah, well, last year was difficult for me. I ended up redshirting. I tore my meniscus in practice, and I tore my ACL in high school, and then I tore my meniscus in practice, and it was just a lot had been going on where it ended up I just wasn't able to finish out the rest of the season. But I ended up getting a red shirt out of that. And just like you said, like Bella being my postmate, Emily, that just has led me to just be able to practice with them and every single day. Like most people only get to play 6'5", 6'6" every couple of games, and that's hard to come by. And I get to play against both of them every single day in practice, which is just an incredible opportunity that I'm really thankful for. It really helps me out a lot.
And you got knocked around by Maya Berkman a little bit last year, too.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that was tough. That was very tough. Little freshman Caroline walking in, that was definitely a challenge, but I learned so much from playing under her. And even if I still have a problem to this day, I'll text her and be like, why can I not get the seal? And she'll be like, oh, like that's easy. Like it's amazing to have these connections now. Or if I need any help, Bella will stay after practice at the drop of a coin. Like, oh, Bella, I can't. Oh, let's just work on it after practice. Like I'm so blessed to have teammates like that for sure.
Now, I don't think I'm telling stories out of school here to say that you don't seem to mind contact, though.
No, not at all. I like it. I mean, I'm the oldest out of 7 siblings. So I'm used to fighting a little bit and bumping around. So I like that. It's part of the game, and being a post player, I really like that aspect of it. So.
Where are you in the 7?
I'm the oldest.
So you're the oldest, and how many girls?
There's 4 boys, 2 girls. Well, I have 2 sisters and 4 brothers. Yeah.
Okay, so if you guys were playing pickup in the backyard, you were captain because you were the oldest.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But there were more boys than girls,
yes,
so I'm sure it was very physical.
Yeah, my brother's taller than me. He's about 6'4", so it's never easy. It's always a battle, so very competitive. I think that's definitely where I get it from.
And I've talked to several of you guys about having brothers or having good friends that were on the guys team in high school, and how much it really kind of helped your games to play against that. I think Jordan Bailey said her brother was like a brick wall, and she had to learn how to go through it.
Yeah, and we have a great boys practice squad that practices with us daily too, so that really helps us out a lot. Just with the physicality and athleticism, it's a really great, helpful thing to add.
Good Christmas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was awesome. Those couple days, it was so good to be back with family, and it was a great break.
Tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, about 4.5 hours away. Yeah.
Is that how close is that to Hershey Park?
Only 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool.
I love
do
it.
They
love
do
roller
anything
coasters.
At Christmas?
Yeah, they do. They have this awesome light show. It's amazing. Me and my friends go see it. It's really beautiful. They put so much into it. It's awesome.
Okay, so now you got to win today, and this is taking absolutely nothing away from Randolph because they actually played quite well in the second half.
Yeah,
and made it kind of a competitive game in the fourth quarter, got it down to 16. But taking nothing away from them, this is a game where it was kind of a tune-up. You sort of knew you're playing a Division III school. Now Tennessee comes in. How do you flip the switch? You're going to have one practice to get ready for Tennessee.
Yeah, well, I just think it all comes down to your mindset. The coaches are preparing us really well to play Tennessee, and I think we understand the challenge, and we're definitely up to it. We're ready. We're really excited for this opportunity because this is an opportunity not a lot of teams get, and we're ready. We're excited, and we're definitely just giving it our all, putting our best foot forward, and just trying really hard in practice to be prepared.
Yeah, to be able to host a national
awesome
champion from the past.
Yeah.
Should be cool. Everybody needs to go to libertyflames.com right now and get your tickets for Sunday, 2 o'clock game right here, Liberty Arena.
See you there.
Bella Smuda might hit another three-pointer, and she might celebrate so hard she loses her voice.
I know. This is not what my voice actually sounds like. I'm just losing it.
You have a lot of energy on the bench and in
that's
practice.
My favorite.
As a matter of fact, some of the coaches have even said that your practice mentality is as if you're cheering during a game.
Oh, I love these girls, and I just want to. It makes me so happy, and I love the energy. That's my favorite part of it. The energy aspect of basketball is just, I love it. It's so fun. Like in my past life, I think I was a cheerleader. Like if I could play any other sport, I would be a cheerleader. But I'm too tall, and I can't be a flyer, so I play basketball instead. So.
Could you imagine if you were a flyer?
Yeah, I would love it. I think they should try. I'm trying to find somebody to let me do it, but they won't let me. I've asked multiple times.
There might be a little bit of, because I mean they're what?
It would be a challenge. I would be like 10 feet in the air. Not even more.
What do they get? 15 feet in the air?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I would love to do that.
That'd be great. You could Well, now you got to work on your three-pointer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will be ready.
Did you hit any in high school?
Yeah, I had one.
So you had your moment. You had your
Yes, I
Bella
had
moment.
one. Yeah.
Actually, you had it before she had it, so that's pretty cool. It was a
I'll always
Caroline
remember
moment that
I'll
Bella
always
had
remember
tonight.
that, yeah.
Well,
Quarter
congratulations on a great individual game. I know that doesn't
you.
mean anything. Team win, and now we'll see you guys with
Yeah.
Tennessee on Sunday.
Thank you so much.
That was Caroline Shirey, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. We'll be back with one final conversation with Coach Carrie Green. Caroline, that's going to be your last responsibility before you head home tonight.
Perfect.
Is see if you can find Coach Green
Sorry,
for me.
perfect. Oh, that might be a challenge.
It may
But
be.
thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Caroline, as we'll give you the couple more stats here as she tries to find Coach Green, and that may be easier said than done. Coach Green may already be looking for the post-game meal somewhere. There's quite a few Lady Flames fans here, and I think this is because of this being 2 games in 3 days. So I think a lot of the parents and family came in to be here for this kind of back-to-back, so to speak, almost back-to-back games. And I think Coach Green, my guess is talking to some of the family right now. I think we've done – no, we haven't. You know what we actually haven't done is we haven't given you anything on the out-of-town scoreboard. And I'm going to give you a little bit of inside baseball here. The phone that throughout the game that I've been getting the out-of-town scoreboard on is now recording the post-game interviews. So I've got an extra phone. For those that are on Facebook Live, you can see it. And it's not allowing me to register to the Wi-Fi. So we're struggling on that. Well, you know what? We actually owe everybody, or we owe some of our sponsors a break that didn't happen in the fourth quarter because there were no timeouts called. Usually the first called timeout of the second half becomes an extra media timeout. Neither coach called a second half timeout, so we've got an extra one here in the can that we can use while we track down Coach Green and while I track down some out-of-town scores for you as we wrap up the broadcast. The Lady Flames got the win over Randolph, 69-49, back right after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
Owned and operated by Liberty alum, Larry's Tire is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Whether you drive a car, truck, or SUV, Larry's Tire strives to ensure that your vehicle will be performing at its best when leaving their shop. Larry's Tire has 3 locations at 1070 Woodbury Square Place on 221 in Lynchburg, their shop off Candler's Mountain Road across from Red Lobster, and Larry's Tire Mobile, where they'll come to you for your new tire purchases. Larry's Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information on Larry's Tire, log on to larrystireservice.com.
Welcome back in one final time here on the broadcast. The Lady Flames get the win over Randolph, and we have still not found Coach Green. So we may have to wrap up things a little ahead of schedule here. With we hate not to get a chance to talk to him, but he is nowhere to be found. And boy, I tell you, life comes at you pretty fast. And I say that because we've got today's game, we've got Sunday's game, and I'd like to dedicate this broadcast, as a matter of fact, to a really good friend of mine who passed away somewhat suddenly. He'd been privately battling cancer. His name's Brian Wolford. We went to college together. Originally met his brother Ted, was the first person that I ever met when I came to Liberty. We were at the Hardys waiting for our time to register, and Ted's mom and my grandmother started talking, and the next thing you know, we find out, oh, we're in the same dorm, and Ted and I have been friends since then. But then a couple years later, his younger brother Brian came to Liberty as well, and we became friends also. And Brian had a battle with cancer, and it kind of came back on him, and he passed away a couple of days ago. So heading down for his funeral tomorrow and celebrate his life, and then we'll be back on Sunday for the Lady Flames game against Tennessee. As I say that, speaking of Tennessee, another Tennessee guy, and I went to high school in Tennessee. I was born in Virginia, but I think they adopted me, at least to a certain extent, because I was there for about 6-8 years of my life. My mom's still there. Matter of fact, just got back from Tennessee visiting her for Christmas. And, Coach, you're going to be playing the I don't know. I guess I can't say the hated Lady Vols, because we grew up in an area where everybody loved the Lady Vols. But at least no matter what your thoughts were on Sunday, they're the hated Lady Vols.
Yeah, well, we're both Tennesseans by birth, okay? And I'm a Baptist by birth because I was born in the Baptist Hospital in Knoxville, Tennessee. So my first breath of air was of a Baptist. I got to go home and visit family as well. My mom's 89, so I got to hang out with her and visit with some brothers and sister-in-laws and cousins and nephews and nieces. So, and actually several of them are going to come up to the game. The Lady Vols have set a standard in women's basketball, much like UConn. You know, and some of the, well, right now at South Carolina, you know, they've set a standard and a standard of excellence, and with Pat Head Summit and currently with the team right now, Coach Harper, and you know, they're going to be a challenge, and I'm grateful that they respected us enough to say, hey, let's do a home-and-home series. We're not going to pay you some X amount of money for a game guarantee, which means, you know, you come in here, we got our referees, and the guarantee is that you're going to lose. But that's not always the case. But for them to respect us and come up here for Sunday, we're excited to have them up here. And they're a very good team that's gone through a lot of injuries, and we feel like if we're consistent in playing an A game, good things can happen. Just to compare, I guess, Middle Tennessee was 0-22, and Middle Tennessee, I think, beat them by like 14 points or something like that. So Middle Tennessee is a very good team. And being 0-22 doesn't really reflect to what they are now, because they've got a great team and caught Tennessee on a neutral floor. And I'm not sure it was so neutral for Middle Tennessee, but it just tells you how good Middle Tennessee is. And we have an opportunity if we're consistent. We have to be more consistent in what we were tonight. We were pretty good the first half, but second half, hard to stay focused, and that's a problem with the young team, and it makes coaching, you know, difficult. We're trying to get them to grow up and mature, and you know, it's sometimes they get their own mind, and their efforts have got to be more consistent. And not that we're not happy. We won a game tonight, and we're grateful. And Flames Nation really came out. I thought we had a great crowd, and expect it to be even bigger on Sunday at 2 o'clock against the Tennessee Lady Vols.
Did you drop the Bella Smuda three-pointer?
You know, we shoot it. She shoots it in practice, and no, I didn't. But she's capable of that. I mean, she's probably 1 for 1, correct, all year long? Or,
no, well, this year, but I don't remember them, but she missed 2 3-pointers at some point. It could have been half court, into the quarter shots or something like that, not really true 3-point shots.
Yeah, I won't go on the record and lie and say, yeah, I drawed it up, but she's got a beautiful shot, and it was all net. There was no rim on it. I don't think any rim on it. So
No?
I would probably like to listen to your broadcasting and see how what you said. Oh, can't believe it. So I'm proud of her.
We had Dr. Farver was on talking about, at the end of halftime, talking about the fact that she was coaching the last time these two teams played, and I almost knocked her off her chair to describe what happened when she was talking as Bella hit the 3-pointer.
Yeah. I mean, she shoots it not every day in practice, but part of our full court shooting drill. She's shooting a 3, and it really looked good, didn't it? It really looked good. If she wants to turn about 5 or 6 of those loose on Tennessee and make them all, I'm in all favor for that.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. I know there's a short turnaround between now and Sunday at 2, so we'll let you get started on that as we speak. But great win tonight. We'll see you on Sunday.
All right. Thank you, Jamie.
As head coach Kerry Green, the Lady Flames get the win over Randolph by a final score of 69-49. I think I gave you most of the stats here, but I think the one thing I didn't do, and in all fairness for Randolph, I don't believe I gave out their leading scores, which was Kylie Stark. She finished up with 11 points, and Saya Smith, she had 10. So the 2 double-digit scores for Randolph to go with the Flames. Bella Smuda's 18 and 10 rebounds, and Emma Hess's 11 points and 3 assists. Elizabeth Higginsdottir led the Flames with 4 assists in the game. Brooke Moore had 8 points. Emily Howard, Caroline Shirey each with 6. Ella Weigel with 6 off the bench. 4, as I mentioned, for Higginsdottir along with her 4 assists. A couple of points for Claudia Asin. Those were all the Flames' scores. Everybody got into the game for Liberty. Everybody that's healthy got into the game. Flames finish up shooting 44% for the game. They held Randolph under 30, 29.5. Flames dominated the rebounding 54-28. We do need to give you a quick Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. A couple other games going on in Conference USA on the women's side of things. Jacksonville State leads South Carolina State 52-41 late in the 4th, under a minute to go. And with 7 minutes to go, Western Kentucky is up on West Virginia State, 81-34. One football game to tell you about. Ohio State leads Missouri 3-0 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. So a very low-scoring game in the Cotton Bowl. Liberty men will play tomorrow against Alabama, 2 o'clock game. Down in Tuscaloosa, and that will be on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Alan York with the call. The women will be back here on Sunday at 2 against Tennessee, and don't forget the Fiesta Bowl is being played on Monday at 1 p.m. out in Tempe. The men's team will have a home game as well that day, 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. here in Liberty Arena, and then you can find a way to watch the Fiesta Bowl at 1 o'clock. I know there's some options around town that you can do that. Hopefully you're going to be in Tempe. Hopefully you're already in Tempe and you're celebrating the whole week. But if you can't be in Tempe, we'll be here playing some basketball all weekend long. We're just getting started. That's going to do it for us here. I want to thank everybody who made the broadcast possible. Thank you for listening, whether it was online on libertyflames.com or on the apps, the Varsity app, the Liberty Flames app, or on the Lady Flames Facebook page. We certainly appreciate your patronage. Until we talk on Sunday, this is Jamie Hall saying so long and God bless. Lady Flames get a 20-point win against Randolph.